Mm-hmm. Mind you, I skinned all of these well, most of these at night time in the pouring rain.
Oh yeah, I remember saying last night. Go on, Ella, Rachel. Hey, you fucking clowns. We'll just tip this over here. You'll fucking die eating that shit, you fucking wafters. Hey, it's fucking salt, you muppets.
So this is a follow-on from my Wallaby skinning video. This is Aaron Tasker. He's a very, very good friend of mine. And he's going to try and teach me how to...
Try be the word here.
Try and teach me how to tan all these wallaby hides. Oh, I haven't got a shotgun.
I've been shooting them with a 22.
I use a 12 gauge.
Yeah.
They figure out to stay away.
Right?
They figure out to stay away.
Yeah.
So what are we doing here, Aaron? Because I've salted the hides.
Yeah, so we're just going to rinse the soles off.
Alrighty.
And then we can see what's happening with the hides. So. See, this is all meat.
Yeah. Now this is the one that the skull came off inside the head, so I had to cut the head neck area off the body. Most of them as well are does.
Yeah, that doesn't matter. It's getting worse. So we need to get all of this off. So we're just going to have to scrape them. So.
Yep.
Do it the slow way. That's the slow way.
I thought we'd be using like a
No, we have to get a scraping pole.
scraping beam.
Yeah.
So these were his hands. Those were where his hands were. And
Oh yeah.
I think this one. No, it's not. Okay. Oh yeah, this one I got a bit keen on it and I put a hole in it. Unfortunately. So I didn't use, well I did, I bought 6 sacks of normal eating salt from the shop, like a normal supermarket, but it was cheaper for me to buy a 25 kilo sack of salt from the farm supply shop for like $15, $16. So yeah, this one's got 2 holes, one on the outside there, and it wasn't skinned all that squarely. I was in a hurry to get these done. It was pissing down with rain and I was covered in blood.
Right.
I was just saying I was it was pissing down with rain and I was covered in blood. Both mine and Wallaby. So we got 8 to do. There's another 3 in here and another 3 in here. And it's all salted down. Okay, so what's the purpose of putting the hides in the box?
That's not. I just don't want to leave them out on the ground.
Oh, okay. I always thought it was easy to work from the head down.
Probably fucking scraped, isn't it? You just gotta be gentle with them because they're a little bit, because they're a lot thinner than a deer hide.
I'm not sure, but I think I might have a bread knife in the car.
No, that's fine. It's just.
Because I use a bread knife for possums.
Yeah.
Now, people have also said you can use power washers. What do you make on that?
Oh, the water blaster.
Yeah, to power wash the hide.
Yeah. So a lot of the textile guys use for hides and stuff. Apparently, it works really well. I was thinking about getting one myself.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fuck. I am going to get another. That's a ear pneumatic scraper.
Mm-hmm.
So you can see that's looks dry.
Yeah.
That's just the salt.
Okay.
So just getting that twitch muscle off mostly.
Yep. Okay. Now these were skinned using a normal common hunting knife. What do you make on people using air compressors to skin? Does it make it easier for later on work?
Use an air compressor to skin a cattle.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that's fucking hang. I don't know if you've done it. Have you done it?
Not yet. I want to try it on the possum.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. I've done it with cattle.
Yeah.
Works really well with cattle. They look funny when you blow them up. Because you need a good compressor though. And of course the only thing is either you put it in a bullet hole or you cut a hole in the hock.
Yeah.
That's what we did with the cattle, and then it meant we could
So I saw someone on YouTube doing it to a deer and the deer exploded. Well no, the fur exploded and it got too big. Just popped up in balloon. Which takes a lot to do because deer hide's quite thick.
stick the cattle on. Yeah, that's just the salt. Salt's dried it out a bit. Which is not a bad thing.
That hole, would that be an issue to us?
Yeah. So just go gently around it.
Okay.
So like when I'm doing deer and stuff, it's this process that with the knife cuts.
Mm-hmm.
There's a bit of lead. That'll be off the projectile.
Huh. Well, it was a headshot. So we just got done finishing the skin, and that's how we want it looking. There's a bit of meat there left.
I don't know if there is a bit of meat there. It's just the colour of the hide, I think.
I don't think that bit was lead.
Oh, that's a bit of
Duct tape.
Duct tape, that bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, the other bit was definitely there.
You sure? Okay.
Yeah. Just give that a little wee tickle up. Membrane.
Yeah.
A bit of bruising.
Yeah.
That'll come out with the. So that'll be a pigment.
So we're pretty much.
That's all. Yep.
That's okay. That is it. All right.
Yeah, so that's just a bit of membrane. That'll come out when we start scraping it and stuff later.
Mhm.
I mean, you can get really fussy and, but then you end up.
It's just a bit wet now. So what happens after this stage?
So now what we're going to do is, we're going to wash it.
Yeah.
So we'll wash it, give it a good scrub up and a wash. Let it sit in the wash for 20 minutes or so. We'll wash it, and that's going to clean all the blood and all the other shit out of it.
Mhm.
Wash it, wring it, and then we'll tan it.
Okay. But scrape everything else first.
Huh?
But scrape everything else first.
Yeah, we'll scrape the others as well here, but that's just a...
Okay. So the only issues on this one is nick here,
So what we can do
nick
is,
here,
so once it's washed and we start tanning it,
and nick there.
so before we tan it, I'll get the needles out.
Yeah.
And I've got some sinew. I've got some deer sinew.
Yeah.
And what we'll do is we'll sew that hole up
And
with some sinew.
and that one too.
Yep. So we'll just sew those up with a bit of sinew, and that'll bring all that back together. And it'll just be, it won't be a hole.
Yeah.
But sewing it with sinew, with the egg and everything in it, sometimes you can get these holes, they'll almost disappear.
Okay.
I mean, that one won't just completely disappear, but it'll be...
If it was something like that, it would disappear.
that one's a bit big. Some of the smaller ones. See, I'll just take that off with a knife.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to go...
Yeah.
You've got to be careful with the scraping tool. Because that's why I was saying, like when I get the deer hides, and they've got knife cuts in them,
Mhm.
and you run over them with the scraper,
You just punch holes.
and it turns into a hole.
Okay.
But you know, that'd be right.
Sweet. Get on to it then.
You can talk about the pit barbecue. The band was jumping, the people too. Mess around. They're doing the mess around. They're doing the mess around. Everybody doing the mess around. Everybody was juice. You can bet your soul. They did the boogie woogie with a steady roll. They mess around. They're doing the mess around. They're doing the mess around. Everybody doing the mess around. Now, when I say stop, don't you move a peg. When I say go, just shake your leg and do the mess around. I declare, doing the mess around. Yeah, do the the mess around. Everybody's doing the mess around. Now let me have it there, boy. Got it, boy. Yeah. Oh, mess around. Go mess around. Mess around, boy. Now this band's gonna play from 9 to 1. Everybody here's gonna have some fun doing the mess around.
Alright, the phone GoPro died. So what Aaron just did was tip out pretty brown looking water. Yeah?
That's just dirt, so we're just washing them.
So here they are. Looking, most of the meat and fat is off. It's just a little bit of layer of slime, membrane. So yeah, now they're not looking too bad. Yeah. Well, think of it as a rinse. Shit. You didn't put that one on very well, did you?
Yeah, you played with it. That's what happened.
Yeah, but most of it was hanging there. That's a big wallaby. So we got most of the slime and most of the mess off them.
Yeah, you could have scrapped this one a bit more.
Whereabouts?
You could have taken some more.
Oh shit, yeah, I see. We could put it back on the bench if you want.
Nah, it's okay, we'll sort it.
Alright, so now what's the next plan?
Well, we need them to dry out a bit.
Yeah?
Because we need to get them to soak up the egg and...
Yeah. Is there a way of speeding it up or just leaving the drip going?
Well, if we're just not helping.
We got a bit of sunshine.
But I'm just sorting out the salt that I dropped in there. I'll let it kill the weeds. Kill the weeds in the drain.
Good.
So, what I was thinking was, well, they're going to be a few hours. But I might get a...
We're putting them in like a greenhouse or a tumble dryer work.
I'll try and chuck them in the shed here.
Yeah, and hot,
And I'll turn the heat on.
like a hot house.
I'll put the heat on.
Aye.
But I've got a wrecking bar that I can put across here.
Yeah.
And they can hang.
Mhm. Sweet. Alrighty.
In the fucking mess.
Feathers and bones and such. So, what products are we going to be using for this?
So we'll use the neat's fitter oil.
And what does that do?
It helps put the oils back into the skin.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going just a little bit of that with the egg.
Okay.
And then once they're dry, well, no, we're not drying them fully out. We're just drying them so that
Like touch dry.
They start changing colour. They start going more tanny.
Mm-hmm.
So they'll go a sort of fawny colour.
Yeah.
And that's when they're hungry. The skin's hungry. It wants moisture.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's going to suck up the egg and stuff.
Okay. Is that all we're using?
Egg and that, yep. What, the borax?
Yeah, what's the story with that? Are we going to use borax?
Oh, we've already done it.
Oh, shit. Was that what the water was in?
Yeah, so there's a little bit of borax in the water when I washed them.
Ah, okay, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Okay, so pretty much we're...
So this is a... Yeah. Sure.
So it's just like a cleaning...
It's just it's a help clean, yeah.
Okay. And so pretty much, just scramble egg and just paste it on?
Well, yeah,
on the hides?
you don't scramble it because you don't heat it up.
Well, no, scramble, mixing.
You mix it up, yeah.
Yeah. So we're just putting scrambled egg on the hides, pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty. Yeah. So there's a little bit of membrane left. What is the plan?
It'll be fine.
Okay. So will the egg?
So what? Will the egg will go through it? It's because it's broken up.
So would we scrape it, re-scrape it after the egg's
So
been on?
once the egg's on, so the egg, we put the egg on. So the egg goes on. That's gonna essentially tan, condition the skin so it doesn't rot anymore.
Hmm.
And then we're gonna stretch them dry.
Yeah.
With the stretching dry, this will all dry out, and you just get a piece of pumice. So we'll scrape it with a pumice.
Oh.
And I flick the heater on. Oh. I thought I flicked the heater on.
Yeah. Alrighty, so basically, camera, there's me, thank you. Basically, camera ran out of battery. GoPro's battery life on this particular one is a bit finicky. But anyway, we, as you saw, let's just recap, scraped the hides of most of the fat and all the meat, or most of the meat. There's still a bit of gooby, membrane, mucus, slime, shite on it. So after the scraping, went into a tub, warm water, and borax, and a bit of dish soap. Rinsed around and washed and hung up to kind of dry on the clothesline. As it was too damp and wet and horrible, we had to bring them inside, which is where they hang now. We were hoping they'd be dry, but they're still tacky and yeah. So what I'm being led to understand is by scrambling egg, it has properties that will tan the hide when you rub it in. I want to see it, I do. I'm not too sure if we'll do that today, or that'll be a tomorrow job, or whenever it happens job. But yeah. And then a bit of other oil just to lube it up, and then you got to break it. So like run it over a 2x4 just to get it so it's not a board. And then quite damp. And then it'll be egg will go dry, and all these little crispy bits that still poke off with a pumice, just sand it, and it should sand out. I was playing around with these yesterday. One thing I thought was kind of cool was how the possum, how the Wallaby, oh he's lost it now, where they have a hump because they hunch over. It made a very good Daniel Boone, Davy Crockett coonskin cap with the tail hanging down the back. But I'm not too sure what I'm going to do with these. I could turn them into a jacket, that'd be nice, or a hat with a tail going down the back. Yeah, I'll do something.